You know how in movies, there's always, you're trying to get into a private event or whatever, and there's a list.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, are you on the list?
On the list, yeah.
So I have a little story for you.
Okay.
So while in Vegas last week,
Yeah.
there was a private event that we were attending as the camera people for this private event that was at a nightclub on a rooftop in Vegas on the Strip.
Sick.
Yes, it's crazy. So we're trying to find out how we can get in. There's a long line of the people getting in that have like these like passes, like tickets. And then we were like, well, we have camera gear because the security guys, and we were like, oh, we'll go over this way. So then we go over to this other guy. There's two people there. One person was from the client, actually three people. One person from the client was kind of like then the like event coordinator for the club. And then there's like the guy with the list.
Right.
And we walk up and he's like, he goes, are you on the list? And we're like, oh, we're here with the camera crew. And the client's like, oh yeah, they're here with us, the camera crew. And he's like, are you on the list?
Yeah, very important.
And the lady that like is also like probably his boss, I don't know. She's like, oh no, they're cool. He's like, are you on the list?
Yeah.
Name, please. So then we're finally like, okay. so we give him our names and he's like, yes, you're good. Yes, you're good. Yes, you're good. So for the first time in my life, I was on the list.
That's man, they stress that in movies and TV all the time.
This guy was straight out. He was so strict about the list.
Yeah.
It was like, you were not getting in.
Very important.
You were not crossing his path.
Yeah.
None shall pass unless you're on the list.
Yeah, I didn't realize how true that is in real life, but yeah, it's very. I mean, it's their job. That's all they care about.
It's like, I've got one job. I'm going to be very serious about this one job.
Yes, that's great.
Hey, welcome back to Screen Time TV, a podcast where we discuss some of the latest streaming shows. Currently discussing Fallout Season 2, second half, the back half. Before we do that, we'll discuss some other things we've been watching. So Jared, don't think of them as human beings. Think of them as podcasters.
Yes. Right.
So my name's Josh, and this is my co-host, Jared.
Josh, the house always wins.
It does, until it doesn't.
Well, very important line from the game, too. That's why I love that they reiterated on the show.
All right. I think we don't have any feedback this week.
Nope.
So please leave a comment or DM us or email feedback@ScreenTimePod, and we will discuss it on the podcast.
Yeah.
If you have any feedback or thoughts or feelings, we're okay with feelings. Tell us
whatever you want to say.
Tell us anything.
We're not therapists, but you can still let us know how you feel.
Still talk about it.
Yeah.
So, what have you been watching?
So, I was going to say, Josh, buckle up because I have a lot because I was sick. So I had a lot of time to watch stuff, and particularly check out a lot of new stuff because we have a lot of new stuff coming out right now.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of stuff I had hoped to check out that is like,
okay, well, I don't know how much.
Because of the difference between you and I had a very busy week.
Yes.
Almost no downtime.
Okay.
Other than the plane flights.
Right.
There and back to Vegas. Otherwise, I was working pretty much from getting up to going to bed the whole time I was out there.
I knew this was going to be one of the rare weeks that I almost certainly have more than you this time.
You don't have to share them all this week. You could push some for
Well,
next
I
week.
already did push some. And I still have 6 things right now.
Oh, wow. Okay. So you'll do 2. I only have 3. So you do 2.
Okay. All right.
And then I'll do 1. Then you do 2.
Okay. Okay. I mean, we might still have some. I think we still have something.
There might be, There's probably no overlap this week. I guarantee you.
You didn't check out anything new?
No.
Oh, okay.
Other than what I was talking about right before we started. And,
I don't.
I know you didn't watch that. So
okay. All right.
All right. So what do you got? What have you been watching?
All right. Well, I'll start with The one
during your fever dreams.
Yeah, I know. Seriously, it was Well, this
could
first
skew
one,
your opinions of
it
things.
could. I don't know. We'll see how I feel about it next podcast. If, watching more of these shows and seeing
You're like, it
if my
wasn't as good
opinion
as I
changed.
remember.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see
All
how. We'll see.
So what do you got?
That's true. It might have altered my opinion. I don't know. But the first one I wanted to start with is the one that I was most excited and looking forward to.
Mm-hmm.
Is GTF St. Louis
Okay.
on
Yes.
HBO.
Yeah. Something I want to check out for sure.
Okay, but you haven't yet. Okay.
Nope.
All right. A darkly comedic tale of three middle-aged individuals entangled in a love triangle, leading to one's ultimately or untimely demise.
Okay.
This is Jason Bateman, David Harbour, and Linda Cardellini, and Richard Jenkins. So, the creator of the show is Steve Conrad, who I'm very familiar with because two shows that he did were Patriot and Perpetual Grace Limited. And I wanted to ask you, did you watch either one of these shows?
No. I'm familiar with Patriot. The other one I don't even think I've ever heard.
Okay. Well, the other one, I don't think anyone watched, sadly, because it was on MGM. But Patriot was on Amazon, so more people, I think, check that out. But kind of more of a... People love him, but it's more of a cult classic guy, or he has a cult following, it seems. This one will probably be bigger because it's on HBO, and it's like a main Sunday night thing. But I love his shows, and he has a very specific type of humor and comedy
Okay.
in everything he does. It's very quirky, and the only thing I could describe it to, it's very not very, but somewhat Coen Brothers
Okay.
type of weird comedy is how I could describe it. That's how all his shows were, and this one's like that too. But and yeah, this continues what he does in those other shows, and pretty much immediately I was like, yeah, I love the show, which I figured I would because I really liked everything else he's done, and I've been waiting a while for him to do something because he hasn't done anything in a while, and this is probably the biggest thing he's done because of where they're putting it. Like I said, HBO Sunday night.
Yeah.
We don't have A Night of the Seven Kingdoms anymore, so this is, I guess, the main thing right
Filler
now.
until Euphoria.
Yes, I guess that would be next. Because industry's even over now.
Yep.
So
Yep.
yeah.
Cool. Yeah, this is definitely something I wanted to check out. Like,
Yeah.
looked interesting.
I don't know how you feel. Well, I mean, we did cover the Coens, so it's somewhat that style. So, but I think with him, I think you're either gonna love it or hate it.
Okay. Yeah, well, I'm interested to check it out for sure.
Yeah.
All right, what's something else you got?
The reboot of Scrubs, which I think you were more interested in than me, because we mentioned in our upcoming. You have not watched this yet
I've
either?
not, no.
Okay. I checked it out. This is on Hulu. JD and Turk scrubbing together after a long break. Medicine and interns have evolved, but their friendship remains strong. New and familiar faces at Sacred Heart bring laughs, emotion, and unexpected moments. So the difference is with this is you and I have more familiarity with Bill Lawrence now, just because he's done so many shows that we like and watch.
Yep.
Obviously, this is like kind of the first thing that he did that became really popular, but
Correct.
I wasn't really looking forward to the reboot because it's kind of more just like, I don't know why
Why we
he
need this?
wanted. Yeah, right. And I watched the two that came out right away, and then there's been more now. But it's the same theme song, all the same cast, original cast. Obviously, there's new people as well. But then you still also have the narration with JD, so it's all the kind of same things from the original show. But I didn't really like it that much because it seemed like the comedy was not that great, and it seemed like they were really just trying to recapture the original show, which is what I was kind of worried about.
Yeah.
Anytime they try to reboot or continue something, and that's what it felt like to me. didn't. Yeah, and then it was just like trying to recapture the old feel, but then it just not the comedy not as good as the original. I thought so. I didn't really like it, but we'll see how you feel about it whenever
you
check it
get
out.
a chance to check it out.
Yeah. So
yeah, I'll definitely still check it out because I really enjoyed Scrubs.
yeah,
Back
me
in the
too.
day.
But I didn't even realize it was coming out. You're the one that mentioned it to me. I was like, oh, didn't even know they were doing this. So.
Yeah. But I
Yeah.
agree with you. Like, it's one of those things where, like, why are we doing this?
Yes.
Other than that, maybe somebody needs a paycheck.
Yeah, that's probably part of it. Yeah.
So,
Yeah. So what do you? Yeah.
all
What
right.
do you have?
So, Marty Supreme.
Oh, you finally watched this?
Watched Marty Supreme.
Sick.
Yes.
Okay.
This is Marty Mauser, a young man with a dream. No one respects, goes to hell and back in pursuit of greatness.
Mm-hmm.
This stars Timothy Chalamet and Gwyneth Paltrow, and then Odessa Zion. I guess how you say her last name. But this was good. This was good. I mean, I always like Timothy Chalamet is he's always great to watch.
Yep.
I loved seeing Gwyneth Paltrow again. Like, it's been a while seeing her,
It has.
other than like Pepper Potts or whatever in like Marvel movies.
Yeah.
To like, I haven't seen her in anything in a long while. So that was good to see. And then Odessa, like, I really only know her from
I Love LA. That's the thing
LA.
I've seen her in.
Yeah. And she's very different in this than that,
Yeah.
which is good and good to see. And
Yeah, she's a good actress.
the period stuff was great in this, and yeah, it was
1950s.
yeah, it was a little long, I would say. I felt, but otherwise, yeah, it was good.
How do you feel about the pacing and editing? Because that's the one thing I'd praise it a lot for. Like, it's just the momentum of it that played into like how he is or what he's like trying to achieve. And I thought they just did that in
Like, when you
awesome way.
the way that they shot and edited around, like when they're playing ping pong,
Yeah.
table tennis, that stuff was always good.
Yeah.
They like I said, I just like felt it was a little long, like there was like a kind of drug in the middle a little bit. The paddles that the Japanese use were kind of wild. The soft on the one side. I was like, it's like, how's that legal? Which, I mean, I know he like kind of argues a little bit there, like
he does.
when he loses the first time to the one guy. But yeah, but it was a good movie. It's a good movie. I don't know if trying to think. I have to look at the list again of what all it's nominated for Best Picture. I don't think I would vote for this one.
Oh yeah, I don't
The
think
other
you
ones.
liked it as much as I did because I loved it immediately when I watched
Yeah,
it.
I think I like some of the others that I've seen that are on that list better than this film.
Did you see Uncut Gems? Because that's the other Safdie movie.
I've not seen Uncut
Okay.
Gems.
This is very similar to that.
Mm-hmm.
It's like very anxiety inducing. Actually Uncut Gems even more so. But it's awesome.
Yeah, I don't know if I ever. Yeah, maybe I didn't feel like heavy anxiety watching this.
Yeah, this one isn't as much. This is more. But this one's more, I guess, frantic, and as it goes, it gets more like, with like what he's trying to accomplish, and then just the things that happen.
Yeah.
Like I think the thing that made me laugh the most was like out of nowhere the tub falling through the
Mm-hmm.
ceiling. Like, that was great.
You're right. It is like,
It's just like
I see
things
what
like
you're talking
that
about.
that just
It's like the constant like there's constantly something happening to him that's kind of out of his control,
Yes.
and yet he just kind of keeps going with it, and yeah. So, but yeah, it was a good movie.
Glad you
It was a
watched
good
it.
movie.
Finally.
Yeah. All right. What else you got?
That's not streaming yet. I believe that's still just
Only on VOD.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Only
It should be
VOD.
streaming soon though.
Mm-hmm. Surprised they didn't get it out there before the Oscars because it's coming up. here in a
Yeah,
couple
normally
weeks.
they would do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So most people could watch it. Yeah. All right. I have Monarch, which I thought
Okay.
you would have watched.
No, I haven't had
Didn't have time. Okay. Yeah.
Time.
Yeah. Monarch season 2 finally is out on Apple. Monarch Legacy of Monsters is the full name.
Yes.
Set after the battle between Godzilla and the Titans, revealing that monsters are real, follows one family's journey to uncover its buried secrets and a legacy linking them to Monarch. So we covered all of season 1 on the pod, and some very high highs, but a lot of lows too. Certain characters not great in this from season 1. So far, season 2. Well, let's say also like the budget and like production was like crazy in season 1,
Yep.
and like even more so in this so far. It's like only Apple can do this because they just have unlimited money. Which is awesome that they are keeping to that level.
They're investing that way.
Because it's like you need to for these Titans to make them look as real as possible with the visual effects, and they do. I mean, and like right off the bat, you get to see kind of right where it left off at the end of season 1, which was pretty exciting. And yeah, it's I liked it so far. There's a few episodes now, but I only watched the first one. But it seems like they upped it in pretty much every way so far, at least in the first episode. So
including like the writing. Is writing a little bit better?
Writing was better, but this is more of a setup for. So I didn't want to mention that too much because I can't really judge that until we get further into the season. Yeah. But yeah, that is the main concern.
Yeah, it was just the writing was a little off because like
I'm glad it's finally back though, because this one, I mean, I get it. It takes a while probably for this because in post probably takes forever, all the visual effects. So,
all right. What else?
And then, I got 3 more.
Yeah.
So I'll mention one others and then you can go. Young Sherlock.
Yep, another thing I had on my list to check out.
A lot of these are probably things you wanted to watch.
I have not watched it.
Yeah. It's on Amazon.
Yeah.
I didn't realize this was Guy Ritchie. Created, and I looked and he directed at least some of this. He does so much.
He does.
It's crazy. And I believe he's doing another season of The Gentleman, right?
He is. Yeah.
Yeah.
On
And
Netflix,
I know you finished. I did not finish that one, but I did like it a lot.
Yeah. It was good.
Yeah. And this, I just checked out just the first episode. Like all these, like I had a lot of time, but like I didn't go like real far into all these. I just wanted to at least check out a lot of the new stuff because there's a lot of new stuff right now.
Yeah. So how'd you feel about it?
It's very. I mean, it's very stylized, like all of his stuff, like in the Guy Ritchie way, which is cool.
Yeah.
Not too much. It's a little slow, and not too much happens so far in it.
Good.
But I will keep going with it. But it's cool so far. Like not crazy good, but it has potential for sure.
Right on.
Yeah. And I like the guy they cast for Young Sherlock. I just don't like the name Young Sherlock. It's like Young Sheldon and all these shows that like are doing, I just think they could have had a better name for it. But anyway.
All right.
Yeah, that's on Amazon. So
all right,
what else?
There's a reason I wore this t-shirt today.
Oh, okay.
Because I finally watched Sinners as well.
Okay.
It's another
Oscar movie.
Yeah. For Best Picture. So the premise is trying to leave their troubled lives behind, twin brothers return to their hometown to start again, only to discover that an even greater evil is waiting to welcome them back. This is Michael B. Jordan playing the twin brothers. Yep. So he's playing both roles. And then, Haley Steinfeld is, and this was, I didn't know she was.
Yeah.
Until I started watching it. This movie was awesome.
Mm-hmm. It is
very, very good. Very well made. The cinematography obviously is ridiculous. The long one shot when they first start playing music and dancing.
Oh yeah,
and it's like a one shot, and the music evolves. So it's like almost like leveling it up the one take because it's like creating the evolution of the music.
It's going like history through
the music and then they keep switching the people and. Yeah, that whole thing. That scene was like phenomenal, and it's
Ludwig doing the music.
Yeah, yes, Ludwig.
Yeah,
Ludwig.
The Hans Zimmer Jr.
This guy, man.
I know he does so much now.
Yeah,
I think he is like Hans
he
Zimmer
has more
Jr.
Oscars than Hans Zimmer.
Yeah, which is crazy.
But
but
he hasn't been doing it as long.
No, but he is, the amount that he does though reminds me of Hans Zimmer.
Yeah, but he
is one of the best newer.
Yeah, it's a younger composers, yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah.
I always still laugh when I see a New Girl.
Yeah, that was crazy when you told me that. Hey, you guys start somewhere.
You gotta start somewhere.
I'm curious what the score sounds like in that. For him, I don't know.
Yeah,
I'll have to go back and check it out.
But I know. I mean, I like even the themes and messages in this film, like and the kind of that's kind of the playing off of the faith and the but it was good. What do
you think this will win, if anything, Oscar-wise?
I mean, I think it has a good chance to win cinematography.
Okay.
I think it has a good chance to even win Best Picture. Like, I think this is a much better movie than Marty Supreme.
Oh, okay.
Personally.
I'm trying to remember the other Oscar. I mean, I mentioned the list like a few pods ago.
I mean, One Battle After Another, right? Which we both haven't watched.
But I think that one seems to be pretty high as far as could win.
F1 is on there on that list.
But I believe Sinners is pretty high.
Yeah.
It seems already for
that's where
win.
I feel like F1 is another good competitor for cinematography for sure too.
Yeah,
so, I don't know, but yeah, I think this could also win for score and music, and I don't know because there's like two different categories there. Like there's like sound editing and score and
yes,
original music, and like there's like different ones that kind of vary.
Yeah, I'm still confused how they separate that, but I'm guessing original music, is it that for like more original songs created for the movie or just needle drops in general? I don't know. I mean, sound editing, that obviously, like, I understand the difference between that and then like actually the composer for the score, but I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know about I would say, I don't know about the acting though. Like I think Michael B. Jordan did a great job here, but I don't know that I would. And I can't remember if he was nominated or not even for that. But like,
I'm sure he was.
I don't know.
Especially for doing both.
Yeah, but I don't know if I would put him in for win for that.
Okay.
I don't know. We'll have to maybe revisit that a little bit next week. Make predictions. When is that?
Sure. Yeah, that's very soon.
Actually, maybe this Sunday. We might be too late.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think you're right. I think it might be this Sunday. It is very soon. Yeah.
Yeah. So that Sinners hot take. It was good.
Yeah.
Oh, it's streaming on HBO and Prime Video. Both.
Nice.
You can watch it either.
Yeah, I don't think I heard anyone not like this movie.
Yeah. Especially for like, I'm not a big horror person.
Yeah, but it doesn't go really far.
It doesn't go really far. No.
It doesn't go really far in that.
But even like, like the way they play off of kind of with that and the white supremacy and Ku Klux Klan and like all that stuff that kind of mixed in there with that.
With the time period too.
Yeah.
Makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
Yeah, the shots of the car driving down the cotton field, like just Yep.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Cool. All right, what else you got for?
Yeah, last two. Do you have anything else?
Yeah.
Okay. So you want me? All right.
Yeah, we were doing a little back and forth. You do. All right.
You want me to do the last two?
You do two, and then I'll go to the last.
All right. Another Hulu show, The Fall and Rise of Reggie Dinkins.
I don't know if I know this one. Yeah.
Just started. A fallen football player's star seeks redemption and a chance to restore his tarnished reputation. This is a comedy, I believe. Wow, why am I blanking on her name now?
This is just
from 30 Rock.
Chad Powers.
I mean, yeah, I guess it is kind of like that. But no,
Tina Fey.
Tina Fey. Yeah, I believe Tina Fey is involved in this. Or in some of the people from 30 Rock. But it's Tracy Morgan and Daniel Radcliffe, two people in it, which is a very random team up. But it's It's pretty good so far, actually, and kind of shot like a The Office style,
Okay.
which is cool. Well, more like so, like they kind of like look at the camera
Mm-hmm.
for different things, but they don't really do the documentary style where they're like
Interviewing them.
interviewing. Yeah, they don't do that as much, at least not so far.
Gotcha.
But yeah, pretty good so far, actually.
Nice.
It's just I think it's mostly because of like just the interesting pairing between those two actors.
Yeah.
It's just funny. So
I'll have to put on the list to check out because for some reason that one didn't even
yeah,
show up on my radar.
it doesn't seem like they are really marketing it at all, which is weird because I believe it's pretty high comedy wise. That's another reason why I checked it out, because it's just like with Tina Fey.
Well, yeah, I've heard
30
already.
Rock people, like know.
Yeah.
So
No, for sure.
last thing, this is something I think you will really check out.
Mm-hmm.
This is like a Josh show, but I checked it out anyway. Vladimir on Netflix.
Yep, this is on my list to check out.
Yeah, I figured. The reason why I checked it out is because it somewhat reminds me of Fleabag, which Fleabag I love. But the problem is this show just it's not good the way they do it. But it's like, but I love Rachel Weisz, which is the main actress, and John Slattery is her husband.
Okay.
He's
I like
great
him
also.
too.
Yeah, I haven't seen him in a while in anything new. And but
He's one of those people like Steve Martin where like he had gray hair, full gray hair
Always.
like 20 years ago.
Yes.
So then like it's like he doesn't look like he aged because
no.
he was already
He
looked
just
older.
always
He always
looked
looked older and from the get-go. Yeah.
Yep. I watched a Steve Martin movie that's like from the early 90s, and he still already had like white hair, or like almost white, kind of grayish, and I was like, man, even then
Yep.
in the early
Well,
90s.
like in The Jerk, which was from like the 80s, he still had
Oh,
like
that's true. Even before that, yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. And then like so like even then you watch him now and Murder's in the Building and you're like he looks
Yeah.
the same.
He does.
I mean he does look a little older, but like
Yeah.
in general like it doesn't look that different.
I really need to watch that show, because I know you mentioned like just not only the main actors but the guest stars in that.
Oh yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Well, they just have fun with it. I mean,
Yes.
that's basically they're having a blast on set, or you can tell they're just having fun at making that.
For sure.
And they crank them out one a year. Like
They
it's
do very fast. That's what. Yeah, I'm very behind on it. But anyway, this show, it's just so she does the fourth wall break, toss
Like
the camera.
Fleabag,
It
yeah.
is very Fleabag because of what the show is about and what she talks about. Very similar, but just done in a very bad way compared to Fleabag, because Fleabag was just really great. I don't think this is good at all, personally.
Okay.
But it's essentially about her. Like it's a younger guy that she becomes interested in the school, I believe, because John Slattery is a professor and she is, I don't remember if she's a teacher or she just a coworker of hers. Anyway, but yeah, so I hardly watched any of this because I just kind of was like, I wanted to at least check it out because I like these two actors, but you might like it. Not normally a show I watch, but I really love Fleabag, and it seemed like it was like that. But yeah, I don't think it's good though, unfortunately.
Right. Well, I'll let you know.
Okay.
So I get around to watching it.
Yeah, I figure you're gonna watch it. That's on Netflix.
Yes. Yeah.
So yeah,
All right.
what?
Well, speaking of Netflix,
Okay.
I watched the rest of Bridgerton season 4. So part 2
Right.
Didn't get released till
Just came
just
out.
last week. Yeah.
Okay.
So watch the rest of that. I mean, short answer, I think this season's the best season since season 1.
Wow. Okay.
Really found the storyline a lot more interesting. A lot more, it's a lot more depth there, and and I think the two leads, especially the new lady, I didn't write her name down, that's playing like the love interest. I think she does a fantastic job in her role and character. But yeah, I think it was really good and actually the end kind of setting up like makes me more excited for season 5.
Okay.
It's interesting because like I feel like, you know, I was excited for season 2 because I really liked season 1, and then season 2 was kind of a disappointment. So then like when season 3 came around, I was like, but I watched it because I was like, well, maybe, and still was kind of like, I think it was a little bit better, but not, to me, it was not, still was kind of meh. And then, so then like this one I was less excited for because I'm like, okay, well, but then I was like, well, I'll still check it out. And then watching it, it was a little more intriguing. And then now the second half, I think kind of brings the story together and really was much more interesting storyline that they created, which is kind of what the 2 and 3 I think lacked. It was like the foundation, like action storyline. They were just leaning too heavily on just like, oh, they'll fall in love or whatever. And
Okay.
so anyway, but this I really enjoyed it. It still drags out. I mean, they still drag stuff out a little too much. I mean, for like the 4, of course, for 8 episodes, like you're like, but yeah. But yeah, I would recommend it if you like that stuff at all.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anything else to cover before we get into?
Nope.
All right, well, let's talk about Fallout Season 2, Episode 5 through 8. So just real quick, Episode 5, The Wrangler. Description is Don't Tell Me.
Yeah.
Episode 6, The Other Player. Description, I Remember Good People. Episode 7, The Handoff. You always end up back where you started.
Mm-hmm.
And then Episode 8, The Strip. Winning might be overrated.
Yeah.
All right, so before we get into some of what happened, just, you know, how do you feel now on the second half / or maybe wait to the end and talk about the whole thing together.
Yeah.
But how do you feel about the second half? Just briefly.
Well, I wanted to ask you first, since you're not as familiar with the source material, and I can't remember how you felt about the beginning of this, but now watching the whole season, yeah, I wanted to hear how you feel about it.
So I think the second half, was much better than the first half.
Okay.
And I think what I talked about last week, that first half really felt disjointed. Really felt like we were going these like random and covering these random places, random factions that, in reality, I think at least for now, was not that important for how the second half played out. I really didn't need to see all those things or get to know the specifics of some of those factions to have the story play out the way it did, and for now at least. Yeah. And maybe they're setting up stuff for season 3. I don't know, you know, but then I think my biggest complaint of first half of season 2 was how disconnected and disjointed everything felt. And that the second half was a lot less. We were so focused on our main characters, the backstory. There was a lot of more backstory with the ghoul or Coop, yeah, and that stuff, which is obviously that's very interesting because you're getting a lot more of the lore and things definitely. That what happened, and then and just kind of, and then of course they all convene together, and we even get Maximus comes back into the picture even more right at the same location, so kind of brings everybody back together, and everything is not cutting back and forth and not seeing somebody for a while. So that was way more cohesive, and then of course getting to learn a little bit more about everybody was good.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think the reason why they jumped around and introduced all these factions so much is because all the factions are so important to the source material and the game New Vegas. So I believe that's why they probably wanted to at least put them all in. And for me, as such a big fan of it, it was cool to see them all. Mm-hmm. But yeah, they didn't go that far with how these factions all play into it. They all are very important to the story of the game, but yeah, I don't know how they're gonna have them all play into the story they're doing for the show. But yeah, I agree that it jumped around a lot more earlier on in the season and kind of came together more in the second half for sure. Yeah. But I love the season as a whole. I still think this is, they do really well with, which I'll get into in some of the notes. They just, how faithful of an adaptation it is, which is like, doesn't happen that often in video games.
Mm-hmm.
Video game into shows or movies, but we're starting to get more of that now.
Mm-hmm.
I think people that decide to take it on and like are really passionate or already love the games or something, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and not just random people taking on IP that, you know, so yeah.
It's been long enough that
Yes.
you have people that have grown up with the stuff.
Yeah.
And then they get into these roles and where they can be
Yes.
a lead creative in something. And that's where you get the good
Yeah.
adaptations of things.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
This is probably why the comic book stuff kind of hit at the right time too. Like, I feel like,
Yeah, true.
you know, people that kind of grew up in the, like, especially the Marvel stuff, maybe grew up with it, then eventually ended up in those roles. Like,
Definitely.
they're old enough to get into those positions to make that stuff. Cool. Well, I mean, get into a little bit what went down. Again, like, I think like last week, you kind of were able to speak to a lot more of the stuff because, again, like,
Yeah.
I'm not as familiar with the material,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it always kind of.
Yeah, but it's good though because it's like, this is good when we have someone that just like watches the show and just their view on it from just watching the show, as opposed to someone that knows a lot about it beforehand. You know, it's good having both perspectives.
Yeah. So we kind of started off right where we left off, and they kind of confront not really confront them, but like, do we get their reaction to the demon, whatever, what are they called?
Death claws.
Death claws. Yeah. The death claws. And then
Yes.
they kind of sidestep them, and he convinces her to, let's go.
Yeah.
So they go a different part of Vegas,
Mm-hmm.
and then they kind of start trading there. But so we get where she steals some stuff and kills a guy again while she's still like, till she can get the drugs out of her system.
Yeah.
Um,
I guess that was one of my favorite parts of the season, is just seeing her get, because she's so innocent,
mm-hmm.
but seeing her get, which we already talked about, because that's like the last episode,
Yeah.
but seeing her get addicted to it and she just like doesn't understand why.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously his response, he's like, well, what do you say? One of the options was just do more drugs, or, but then, yeah, he's like, okay.
just
He's
take
like,
this
you
thing.
get this. Yeah. And
Is that
yeah.
a thing from the games?
Yeah. Oh, the items that she takes, because yeah, it's like, the original thing she gets addicted to, I believe, is called Buff Out. Yeah. It's items that you can use that affect like, yeah, your, so like they don't play like a big lore implication, I guess. In some side quests they do, but yeah, it's mainly just items you can pick up that'll make you like, you know, have better accuracy shooting, or like, you know, you can sprint faster, you know, it just does that kind of thing. So it's like,
Is there an addiction level or no?
yeah, it does play into it where if you use enough of it, like real quick, it will negatively affect you in other ways. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And then she gets some kind of hand thing, right? Like a,
Yeah. That's another callback to the game. I mean, that's like kind of like a special weapon you can find. Yeah. Which is cool. Yeah.
yeah, great. And then she wanders back, finds Coop, and well, he's basically set her up to turn her into her dad. Of course, she manages to punch him out the window before
Yeah.
that can happen.
Yeah.
So he's like, spends almost the whole episode stuck through a telephone pole or a lamp, street lamp pole or
it's
something.
brutal.
That's then we basically get to see where her dad was, and
Yes.
he guess finally got the control mechanism for controlling people working. But we kept seeing different points of, I guess, time he was testing, and
Yeah, we still didn't really know much at this point, like what he's doing and why he's doing it.
but evidently that was tech he got from Mr. House.
Yes, because he wanted to continue his work. But I like, which we give in pretty much every episode of this back half of the season. But I like seeing. I'm glad they continued the flashbacks to when he was Cooper Howard and seeing all that, because all that is always really interesting. And I just love seeing New Vegas in its prime. I would say the one downside is because this whole season was about New Vegas, we didn't really get as much as I was hoping for of New Vegas in general and just the different things, because there's so much around it. You see it in there. Like he's in the Lucky 38, which is one of the buildings, but there's so many other things in that area.
In the game, you mean?
Yeah, but you see it at least like in the shots of it. In the show, they show a lot of it.
But they don't explore
but no,
it.
they don't really explore as much as I was hoping they would, because there's just so many cool things there. So that was one downside. That
Well, I feel like we saw more of it before it was destroyed than the present day.
yeah, we did,
in the
but still
flashbacks,
it was not that much. And then like, yeah, but then all the factions that are a part of it in present day, we got a little bit of, but didn't see a whole lot of either. So like, I feel like they didn't do quite enough with both time periods with it to warrant, like, I mean, this is a whole season kind of dedicated to it, because I don't think next season is going to be about this at all.
Right.
So
Which we'll get to.
yeah, I was
thoughts
just hoping that.
and predictions on that.
Yes. But I do like the, I want to mention for this season, the attention to detail with like the set design with New Vegas was awesome, because it was even just random things like the posters on the wall. I just really recognized and was just like, that was cool to see. And we see the Securitrons in this, because is this in the past? We see a little more of Robert House. Yes.
Yeah, you do finally meet him.
Yeah.
And
Perfect casting. Justin Theroux playing him was cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
Then they have he has his imposter that he's been playing him for 10 years or whatever he says.
Yes, that was actually one of the things I was most interested in, because you even see that guy in season 1. And so I was wondering, because even when seeing this trailer, I was like, oh, Justin Theroux's playing Robert House, but we have this other guy that played him in season 1. So at first I was just like, are they just recasting him? But then you see both in this. So yeah, and then they mentioned how he's basically, yeah, like you said, he's basically not impersonating him or taking on his identity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be the public version of him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's also interesting seeing this backstory. Cooper Howard's,
Yeah.
just to see, like, it definitely makes you, I don't know about you, of course, again, your perspective is very different because of playing the games, but makes you feel, I feel like this stretch really made me care for him more.
Yeah.
The goal.
For sure.
Because you're building all this backstory on him, and then you also see like why he actually, like, because all the stuff we saw up to this point, you're like, oh, his wife, she was actually a terrible person, like she's, but then in this section you kind of realize, oh, she's not. She's just more also, and as they figure things out, like they were trying to stop things together, right?
Yes.
Of course, quote unquote, save the world, but of course it's very confusing on like who's the better option.
Yeah, I know.
Right? Like it's like oh, no, really, there's no good side to.
No, unfortunately.
Which is not.
But yeah, you see how much Cooper Howard wants to do the right thing,
right?
But then it's like, yeah,
which
you
is
don't
like,
really know what is the best option.
Yeah, I think it happens a lot of times in, especially global scale in real life, where you're like trying to do the right thing as, say, as a country, and then 20 years later you look back and you're like, oh, maybe that wasn't the right thing, but in the moment you felt like the right thing. So I think you kind of get some of that here, like it's like in retrospect after whatever 200 years, what is it long been? It's like some stupid amount of time.
I don't remember how long they say that's like, in between. I don't know.
I feel like it's like 200 years or
no, I
something.
mean, it's at least 200, because I think that's how long he's been he mentions them being a ghoul,
Yeah.
right?
And then, because that one lady's 100 years old or whatever. Didn't they say that?
Which lady?
The Canadian.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Which I guess is Lucy's mom, maybe?
Oh, well, we get to that. That's at the end of the season.
Yeah. I know, yeah.
Yeah, that's very interesting too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's kind of the goals. Like, so I mean, we can kind of, I think it's easier to talk about these like so he kind of is there. And then,
Yeah, I only have notes by episodes, but yeah, I can go through it.
Yeah, well, I feel like, I mean, we could.
I just write them down as I watch them, like in the episode.
Which is good. But then like the storylines are kind of, it's kind of,
I know, it just keeps jumping around. Yeah.
What do you got for episode 5? Anything?
That's it. That's it. Yeah. And I only have one thing for episode 6 because there wasn't quite as much.
Yeah.
In that one.
You're right.
But there was a very,
because a lot, just mostly the flashback.
Mm-hmm. But there was one thing that was really cool that happened. There's one scene. It's actually the person that finally rescues the ghoul.
Yeah.
And it's a super mutant that we've not seen at all in either seasons of this show, but a very, very important thing. That was cool. And then I realized the actor that played the super mutant is Ron Perlman, which is really cool too, kind of in a meta way, because he did the famous like voiceover for like the intro to all the games.
Okay.
Was his voice. So it's just cool that they like, wanted to grab him as just an homage and use him. Even though you can't tell because it's green and like he's good. But yeah, you can still tell by the voice. But yeah, so it's cool that they got him in it.
Cool.
It's just a whole nother race of beings or mutants that are in this whole series that we have not seen in the show until now.
Yeah, so then we move on to kind of episode 7, which still has more flashback, and
it does. This is where we first get to see more about Steph, who you were just mentioning.
Yep.
And her actually escaping from Canada. And then actually the scene I really liked though was kind of seeing her journey after that, because then she runs in the coop because she's working the Lucky 38, which is cool to see her there too.
Yep. And
then her trying to get in with Vault-Tec, which makes us then where she ends up in the vault.
Yeah, but she kind of ends up with
she wants to get in with him.
We get the
scene.
scene.
Why am I blanking on Hank?
Yeah, and because we get the scene where like they like either hooked up or whatever, like they're kind of together there when they run into.
Is there a scene there? I
Cooper.
remember.
Well, I mean, you don't see him do it, but they're like talking about it, like
like
Cooper and his wife, and then they run into them together, and that's kind of like when they split ways, and kind of implies that they run off together.
This is also to your point of like there's no good option, and it's like, what do you do? Because I believe then towards the end of this episode also you see in the past, which again that's one thing I like, is we do get a lot of the past, because like you said, like all that stuff with Coop is really good and helps you like, I guess, relate to him more or empathize with him more, and just like his character more and know why he's doing what he's doing then later on as the goal. But he gives the cold fusion, I think it's cold fusion, is that what they call it, to the president. Because seeing the car with the lady that you mentioned too. I don't remember her name. I just know the actor because I've seen her in a lot of things, and she has a very distinct voice. But
well, she's later the brain.
She's later the head. Yeah, which is crazy.
Just Senator something or whatever. Yeah.
Which they don't really get into why she's there or why they put her there.
What he says is because of her personality. He's like, he even gives the Myers-Briggs. Hank does. He's like, she's an ENTJ or something. I don't remember if that's the way.
Oh, does he say that?
Yes. He's like, it's like the perfect personality or something.
Okay. That's funny.
Yeah. So that was interesting. But yeah, so like as again, the cold fusion thing and trying to get it, like he's trying to do the right thing.
Yes.
Of course.
But clearly giving it to the president, even though he's like, you're doing the right thing. It's like, probably not the best idea.
I don't know.
Right.
Yeah. So.
Oh, you know what I was thinking? The only thing I don't think we got enough of, and it didn't really go anywhere, that I was kind of like disappointed by, was Norm and like the, going out to the service. Like, I thought there'd be a lot more of that.
Bring that up. Like
It's
that,
like
that
not
timeline
really-
was kind of weird.
Yeah.
Other than like
Strange.
a little bit, he started to learn some stuff on that
On
computer.
the computer, yes.
But then he got pulled before he could really get too
Right.
much information. And then you have the giant cockroaches.
Rad roaches, yep.
Which also like didn't make sense to me why they all went to that room and avoided him. One of them even tried to attack to him, and then why they all died in that room, but yet it was like equally killed everybody off, but killed them too. Because when he goes in, just the one girl that he had connection with is still partially alive,
Yes.
and it was like, this is, I mean, to your point, like I was like, there was a weird, like almost too convenient, the way things played out, yet didn't really go anywhere.
No.
and kind of pointless.
No, which sucks because I mean, I mentioned him last season. Like, I think the guy playing Norm is such a good actor, and I haven't really seen him in anything else. And I was hoping we get a little more of him in this. Because he's not even. So like, have we seen him at all? Like with Lucy or his dad? Like, no, not since like the beginning of the whole show.
Yep.
It's like he hasn't gotten even close to or seen any of his family again. It's crazy.
I thought maybe because he sends out this distress signal that, but like, no, he still don't. So we get that end. Of course, Maximus kind of works with the goal, and they attack the claw, whatever. Death claws.
Yep.
So then that was.
Oh yeah, he gets the NCR.
They come in at the end and help.
Well, they do, but no, he gets the NCR power armor suit.
Yeah, right.
That the ghoul shows him. Yeah.
And then then he's fighting. And he takes out several of them before he.
But that was awesome to see the actual NCR come in.
Yep, and then they came in and helped.
Really awesome. The NCR soldier using the sniper rifle in that slow mo shot.
Yep,
because that's like very iconic. Also, the game.
From the game.
So it was cool that they threw that in.
Yeah, it looked good. But that let Coop, the ghoul, get into the vault and wander through with his little Pip Boy, with Mr. House.
Yeah, talking to
him, and finds the
he's
cryo chambers. I don't know what they call them in this.
I think that's what I wrote him down as, but or the pods.
Like, I don't know. Like cryo chambers are normally things in space,
I
so like I don't know, but
I don't know if they have another name for them. They might, but I don't know. I can't remember.
But anyway, he finds the ones with his
He's
wife
looking for
and
his
daughter should
wife
be in,
and
but
daughter,
they're empty. But then there's a little postcard from Colorado,
which I think that's like the only thing that sets up the third season at all. There's not much else that really is like, where are we going to go from here?
Well, okay. Well, we'll get to.
We can go.
I guess any other notes you have on some of the stuff that's happened in the episodes? The stuff with Lucy and her dad. We covered that.
Yeah. It was nice to see Lucy and Maximus finally reunite.
Yep.
Coop doing all that, and finding. Because that was back at the beginning of season 1. Like, all he's wanted to do since he was a ghoul is find his wife and daughter.
Mm-hmm.
But that's I'm assuming a setup for season 3. But the other big thing is, you mentioned a little bit ago, is I guess Steph is Hank's wife and Lucy and Norm's mom, but don't know for sure. Because like very beginning of the show, they only talk about their mom briefly because she was already killed, I think.
Right.
Or that's what they say in the beginning of the show. But that's what it seems like they're trying to say, but I guess we don't know for sure.
Yeah, so that's definitely like it's still kind of mysterious to who that
Yeah.
like what's her purpose and
I
why
know.
she's there, because she at the end, and she's like phase 2, initiate phase 2,
Yeah, no, yeah, I'm
and then
not sure what that is.
and then it goes to that remote building in the mountains somewhere that picks
Yep.
up that signal, picks up the signal from Norm, where he's
Mhm.
like, and then also picks up something else from Lucy, or I don't know, like
Yeah, there's another.
there's like a
Place
third
too,
thing,
yeah.
third thing that they pick up, but so you don't know what that's one of the
No,
questions
no.
going to be. What is that building? Or
No, maybe I should, but I don't know.
okay, so that was one of the things I thought maybe you'd have insight,
No.
because it's obviously whatever that is
Yeah, I don't.
And
Well, I don't
what
even know what the
phase two
phase 2
is.
is. Yeah, I don't know.
is like what they're setting up for next season, and then you got like, but I assume, but I mean, it did look like it was in the mountains, so like maybe that's in Colorado.
Yeah, that's
That's-
what I mean. I think that's the only thing that's really teasing what's next, because
So
I didn't recognize those buildings.
Is there any games that take place more in that kind of situation?
I was trying to think about that. I believe I think the games that I'm not as familiar with, which is Fallout 1 and 2, because that was before it became like a full-on 3D game. Like those were just like top-down isometric kind of older PC games. One of them might be in Colorado. I don't remember though, but because essentially like Fallout 3 is DC, which I kind of was hoping they would do the DC thing. Then New Vegas is what we're doing this season, and then Fallout 4 was Boston, and that's it that we've gotten of Fallout so far. But besides the MMO that they do now, which is like sucks. It's like the area is cool because it's kind of like Appalachia, I think, but the game sucks. But anyway, that's all they're really doing with Fallout right now. But yeah, I don't know. I wanted to look up some YouTube videos.
That's mountainous too.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
But I wanted to look up some YouTube videos to see what other people were saying, because I wasn't familiar with much of what they were teasing at the end. So
And then what's Maximus and Lucy going to do?
I don't know. Don't we get a well, we get a this was like a little kind of mid-credits thing. I don't know if you saw, but it's the one person back at the Brotherhood of Steel, going to the scribe, or the leader guy. I think he's called a scribe, and giving him blueprints of something that also apparently I guess is a big deal that I also wasn't sure about. So whatever they're setting up, I guess, is something that I'm not as familiar with in the Fallout lore.
Okay.
But that's all that scene was. It's not really much of anything else. But I don't know. Anyone write in or leave a comment if you do know. I'm not as familiar with that stuff. Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas, and Fallout 4 are the main ones that I've played the most. So
Gotcha. And I haven't played any.
yeah.
Well, a few minutes of one of them. What was the one that
4, I think.
Fallout 4?
Yeah, because that was the only one that was like current gen. Fallout 3 and New Vegas, it's frustrating. It's very hard to play them current gen because they haven't remastered them, which I would love for them to
What are
do.
they doing?
I don't know. Bethesda is, which, speaking of that, I mean, because they're located very near to where we live, and I've had friends that have worked there, but I don't know. It seems like lately they've kind of gone downhill and have lost kind of their magic
Well, didn't
touch.
because they got bought out, right? Or are they still staying?
Yeah, Xbox technically owns them
Yeah,
now.
Microsoft. Okay, that's
Yeah.
what I thought.
Yeah, sorry, Microsoft. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that happened.
Yeah, it happened a while ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, some of their magic that they've always had with their and like just like truly open world stuff that they've done in the past has been so good. Obviously with Elder Scrolls as well.
Oh, that's right. That's them too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is like massive as well.
Mm-hmm.
Arguably probably bigger than Fallout, but they've kind of recently it's kind of not been as good, the stuff they've done. So I don't know what's going on with them.
Wonder they'll do a TV show, Elder Scrolls.
That'd be sick. You know what? The one good thing with the show is that Todd Howard, which is the main guy at Bethesda that that's been involved in all of Elder Scrolls and Fallout, is executive producer on the show. And I saw like a video of him, like, he visited the set. I don't know how heavily involved he is in it, but he's at least involved in some way. And I believe he even said like this show is canon somehow, which I don't know how that timeline wise, how that works with all the games, but I think he said this is all canon to everything else, which is cool. So
Yeah.
I have no idea where it's going to go. So I need to look up some stuff and see if anyone else has any ideas.
Yeah, let us know.
Yeah.
About this or anything else we talked about today or any other time. You can do that by emailing us at feedback@screentimepod.com or DM or leave a comment. And if you don't already, please like and subscribe and follow on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, and Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. All some variation of Screen Time Pod. And if you'd like to follow us individually on Instagram, I'm at JYoungBar.
And I'm at Jared Youngbar.
All right. And we will talk about One Piece.
Yes.
First 2 episodes next week. All right. Looking forward to that. And we'll catch you guys next time.